Now I'd like to introduce our first speaker for this session, and he's Dr. Philip Gosselin from the USA. Dr. Gosselin is a clinical psychologist in Massachusetts, USA. He is currently the chair for Zone 1 of the Sathya International Organization, consisting of Canada, USA, and countries of West Indies. Previously, Dr. Gosselin was a Central Coordinator and Central Council President of USA. Dr. Gosselin has been involved with the SSIO for 4 decades and is a founding member of several Sathya Sai centers in the USA.
Om Sai Ram. My most humble pranams to all the forms of Sai in this room, as well as to all forms of Sai everywhere. My most humble pranams to the Sai beyond all those forms, to that Sai that completely fills all the vast empty space that resides just behind the shimmer of appearance itself. Dearest Sai brothers and sisters, it is a divine blessing to be here amongst the devoted, the dedicated, the aspiring channels of pure love and service. We are that Sai family that has thirsted and hungered for God, and that Sai God has responded with the poetry and music and dance of divine love. Amidst his interactions with all the millions, he has given us our own interpersonal Gita songs. He has given us everything. In the old days, a family was overcome by all that Swami had given, and they were profusely thanking Swami, and Swami replied. He said, when grace is overflowing, hold it. When I give you opportunities, what should you do? You should think, Swami is showering so much grace on us. Should we not follow his demands? Should we not get a good name for him? We all here represent the Sai family that is striving to realize itself as the world family. We've come so far together. God is love and we are love, ever expanding. How can we accelerate this expansion? How can we become live embers of love? Sai suggests one way to start is never criticize the other devotees. Because if we start to see the Sai world as family, it's a start to our seeing the whole world as family. Just as Sai has said he loves the quirks of each of us, it should also be easy for us to love each other's quirks, knowing we're the chosen of Sai. Let's expand our love beyond the prison of our likes and dislikes. Sai once spoke to me saying, Jesus said, my dear son, be alike to everyone. Unfortunately for me, my ego, Maya, leapt in and I thought I heard him say, be a light to everyone. It took me a while to realize my misperception, and it made a big impression on me. And so it fixed in my mind that our love should no longer be hostage to our mental judgments and illusions. But time's a-wasting, time is God, God is time, death lurks. This life is not a dress rehearsal. This is our time on stage with Sai for all of us. We're coming to the exciting conclusion of what we're going to do with this blessed life. We should ponder how to get the most out of this life. Who knows when we'll get the next opportunity to get off the wheel this time again? If now, when? This conference is about love. When we talk about love, we find our words are inadequate. But when Sai speaks of love, we hear the beauty of divine love and even more of the simple truth of it. For example, in a few words, Sai powerfully sums up the nature of this world. He says, for those immersed in love, everything appears vibrant with life. For those bereft of love, everything appears dead. Such a tragedy when we see that throughout the world. Sometimes his words on love gently undercut our misunderstandings. I was with a group of young Westerners many years ago who revered meditation as the way to get free. And they were beseeching Swami to provide them some special meditation advice or path, as they thought it was the only way to get free. And Swami stunned this group. in his often so casual, understated way. He said, finally, after they had cornered him enough so that he had to respond, he said, "Oh, meditation. It's a good way to pass the time till you come to love." So he was sort of undercutting our expectations about meditation and also providing that love is really the key item here. Sai's promise to us of 1962 is also another way of understanding our conference theme of love is the source, love is the path, love is the goal. Swami said, "Those who obey my instruction will go beyond the threefold distinction of pilgrim, path, and God, Bhakta, Bhagavata, and Bhagavan, lover, loved, and love." In other words, we are pilgrims, bhaktas, lovers of God. Before us lies the path, the scripture, and our beloved, till finally we become Bhagavan, God, love itself. And of the myriad ways he helps us get there, from a speech, 1961, said, "When you listen to my story, you forget the story of this world and live only in my story until there's no separate story for you to relate to. To make you storyless is the purpose of my story." As we go back to the world from here, we are filled with awareness of Sai, and we may want to proclaim with joy to the world, "Jai Sai Ram." But as we've sometimes all discovered to our chagrin, the world isn't always ready to receive. Swami, speaking very personally to devotees in the 50s, said, "You know about me. I know about you. You know who I am. I know who you are. Do others know this? Others have not understood me." And we hear the echo from Krishna. "Thickly veiled by my divine Maya, I am not revealed to all. This deluded world knows me not as the unborn and eternal." So, how should we express our love to this uncomprehending world? Our service is how we secretly say it in a way the world can hear and see it. As it is said, work is love made visible. We adore love itself. We feel that love here with our Sai. Let's expand our love till there are no more boundaries. It's said, having gone to party, never leave there. But let's be clear, that doesn't mean take a long-term lease here on some real estate. This means take party with us. Don't be thinking divine love is too distant for me, I'm unworthy, etc. Remember, love finds love everywhere. In the words of St. Paul, love never fails. As we know, failure is not an option with our Sai. We should remember his words. "Your lives are intertwined with my earthly career. Act always in accord with that great privilege. Become shares in my history." Yes, let's share our life with him. Let's be part of his triumph of good over evil. Swami plays with our misunderstandings and imaginations. He jokes about Maya, about moksha. He says, moksha is not a 5-star hotel. It's just the truth of being ourselves. So finally, for your consideration, an imagination question to carry with you, to ponder, to clarify the immediacy of our divine goal. This is sometimes called the miracle question, and who knows more about miracles than we do? Imagine, tonight, when you sleep, a miracle occurs, and when you wake, you are immersed in divine love. See in your mind's eye, what would you feel? What would you think? Who would you be? What would you see? How would you act? I pray, may our Swami bless us all and provide that miracle for all. For God is love and we are love, ever expanding. Jai Sai Ram.